good? How you doing? How you feeling? Welcome or welcome back. I am low-key hippie, okay? My name is a G. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. It is free and I appreciate it so motherfucking much. I post videos every Friday and a random Wednesday, so you don't see this face a lot, honey. Anyway, now this video is about braids. I did these myself. I am not claiming to be, you know, professional or hairstylist or my braids are flawless. No. But if you look at, I'm gonna try to find pictures of the first time I did my braids myself. I took it down that day, it was bad. And then how I do it now, the last time I did my braids myself, I'll put up a picture of that too. There's improvement, okay? There's improvement. So I'm gonna give you some tips, what I learned to do, what I learned not to do. Okay, I'm gonna show you how I did it. I'm gonna show you how I attach the hairpiece to my hair, how I tuck my hair, all that, okay, all that, how I dip my braids, okay, how I set my hair. That's the full thing, it's the full thing. So I'm gonna stop all this rambling and let's get into the video. Okay. These are my last two sections that I left so I could show you guys. I'm just going to part them and then I'll show you how I braid my hair. Okay, so for parting, I'm sure you all know this, but you're gonna want something with the rat tail comb end, whether it's any type of comb really, just as long as it has this end. I blow dried my hair before this and I put in leave-in conditioner and oil, and now I'm putting in some shea butter because protective style, moisture, you get the point. When I blow dried my hair, I also trimmed it, but my ends are dyed and I don't know, I've been trimming them a little bit more, just like the tiniest bit though. Just where it gets all extremely fluffy at the ends, I've just been taking that little bit extra off again. Just hardly anything, but I think it helps. My hair feels better after I cut that off. I'm sure it looks better too if you can see properly. But yes, I just comb it out from tip to root. Make sure there isn't any knots that I missed. There aren't any English knots that I missed. Okay, and then let me move this little clip thing out the way. Okay, I've already separated my hair. You're just gonna make sure there are no knots in that either. And there are 2 or 3 popular ways to start a braid. I use this method where you cross it over, you take 2 of them, and then there you go. Now, I don't really know how to explain the next part that great. You're just gonna have to watch me. I have the tiny fridge mirror right in front of me. Just need to set it up where I can see it properly. Okay. Looking down actually helps because you guys get to see what I'm doing. But you take the hair like this. You're gonna wanna split the hair you're gonna use into 3. Just like that. And then you take the 3 pieces, lay them on top, and then just start braiding. You're gonna wanna pull it the first few times to make sure you're starting from the root, and then you start braiding. But while you braid, you're gonna wanna try and tuck your real hair into the braiding hair. Fold it, roll it, do whatever you gotta do. Just try and tuck your hair in. I put it on top and then I fold it in. I hope you guys can see that. That's my hair on top of the braiding hair. And then I turn it into the braid. And then you just keep going. Your ends are going to be the hardest to hide, but yeah, from that point on you just keep going. You want to try and make sure you don't take any extra hair from the other parts. You don't want to mix up the hair because that's when it starts to look untidy. You're gonna want to keep it as separate as possible until you run out of hair on one of the sections. Then maybe you can borrow some, but hopefully that's at the end of the braid where it's not noticeable. And yeah, that's it. And when the end gets really skinny like this, I like to just twist. It's faster and you don't even notice. Plus I feel like it helps make sure the end doesn't unravel. I don't know if that's facts, but it's how I feel. So that's what I do. Okay. And then I'm gonna show you guys one more time. I do shea butter first. You're gonna wanna make sure your hair is moisturized before you protective style, because if you put it away while it's all dry, by the time you take down the protective style, your hair is gonna be all brittle and most likely break. And you don't want that. Protective styles are to grow your hair, not to break them. So make sure you moisturize beforehand as best as possible. Deep condition, sweetie, LCO, LOC, do what you gotta do. Make sure I detangle. Like I said, it's already blow dried and detangled. I'm just making sure there's no shed hair stuck anywhere. And then I take the really fluffy, let me try and show you guys that little uneven fluffiness. I don't know if you can see it that great because my hair is lighter at the ends, but yeah, that's just what I cut off. And then I take the hair, split it in two, do that little fold over thing. I don't know what this method is called. I usually brush my hair one more time just to make sure I don't mess it up. And then, like I said, you don't really need to do this step. I'm just showing you guys where you split it in three. You could just split it while you put the hair on, but I feel like this is visually better. And then you put the three parts on top. You're gonna want to put it a little bit tight, not too tight to hurt yourself, but tight. And then you want to put it a few times while you braid, and then you start to try and tuck. You're going to want to get some hot water because we are going to dip our braids. Makes it less stiff. I'm pretty sure. I'm not. I don't know if it does other things, but I know it gets rid of the that little thing. You're going to want to dip your hair in sections. I put my towel over my shoulder, split my hair in half, and just dip. Now, if your hair is natural, you're probably not going to want to dip until where your hair starts. Just like dip until right below it. You only really need to dip it for a couple of seconds. It's not an extensive process. Other side. And then you're done. Already looks better to me. But we're not done yet. We're not. Okay. The last step is styling mousse. Does it say shake? Out here shaky. Okay, shake. no. Anyway. Just all over. Especially where your real hair is. That's where you're going to want to put it most. To make sure it sits and lays cute. And then you're going to want a scarf, preferably satin or silk, but you know what, you got to use what you got. And just set your hair. If I'm looking this way, I'm looking at the monitor so I can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to be back in a couple minutes to show you what the done braids look like. They're a little bit wet, they will drip dry, but they're still going to look like this dry, so I'll need to come back hours later. But yeah, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes. You only need to leave it on for like 5 to 10, but I was looking at memes. So, yeah. And this is it. They are pretty much completely dry. There you go. Okay, so this is the hair. I'm gonna show you the hair out of the packet. I'm gonna show you in the packet. This is the leftover. It is an ombre from black to gray. Okay. The brand is Afro. Ooh, the brand is Afrotex. It is already pre-stretched. You're gonna wanna pull out the ends if you don't have it pre-stretched, but I already got it just like this. This is how it came out the package. I used 5 packs. This is the leftover. This is all that's left of pack number 5. I bought 6 packs, but I only used 5. This is 5 packs on my head right now. It's actually quite light. It's not heavy at all, if you're worried about that. This took me about 2 days, okay? But it's 2 days because the first day I started past 3 p.m. Second day I started around 1 p.m. I stopped for Netflix. I stopped to eat. I walk around. I stretch. I go on Instagram. Like, it was a very leisurely 2 days, okay? You could really bag this out in 1 day if you was about your shit. But yeah, 2 days of work. I'm not gonna lie, when I started, I did want my braids to be a little bit skinnier. Like, you can probably tell in the back, it was a little bit skinnier, and then I ended up a little bit box braidy, a little bit medium. But yeah, that was what I was going for. I used shea butter on my hair before I put on the braid because you're gonna want to make sure your hair is moisturized. So before this, I deep conditioned. I blow dried my hair with leave-in and oil in my hair, and then before I braided, I put shea butter, so I LOC'd that honey. Okay, LOC. If you don't know what LOC is, check out my video. If you want to know how I wash and deep condition my hair, that's another video. Okay, I got it all on this channel anyway. So annoying. Anyway, yes, so braids are definitely something that take practice. Like I showed you in the beginning of the video, the first time I did my braids, terrible, okay? But the more you do it, the better you get. I'm not gonna lie, since I did take so long doing my braids, eventually you get bored, okay? My parts became less crisp, my braids became less even. I ended up going slightly bigger than I intended to, but she still looks fine. You can't tell. It's just, I'm letting you know, okay? So don't worry about all those things. Practice makes perfect. Did it a bunch of times. It was trash in the past, but yes, make sure you tuck, especially if you have a dyed or colored hair that's a different hair color than the hair piece or the braiding hair. It doesn't even have to be dyed. If your hair is a different color from the braiding hair you want to use, you're gonna want to make sure you tuck, okay? Tuck. I hope I explained it well enough. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will answer them. But yeah, I really love them. I really love them. If you want to know which mousse I use, I'm not sure if I showed you earlier. It's the Expert Kair styling mousse. Yeah, firm hold styling mousse. I hope you can see it because the light is quite bright. But yeah, this is the mousse I use. And yeah, it was really simple. It's just tedious. It is, you gotta have patience. If you're doing it on someone else's head, it's probably gonna go faster than if you're doing it on yours because you're out here in mirrors trying to get lines straight and all that. So it's really not that bad. If you're trying to learn how to braid your own hair, go ahead. Just bear in mind it might take a couple tries, but it's pretty simple. That is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, okay? Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you like this video, okay? Social media is in the description. Go ahead and hit the notification bell because why not? Okay, why not? I hope you're good. I hope you're blessed. I hope you're eating right, okay? If no one has told you that, I love you.